Well, firstly, thanks for coming this morning. We're really excited today to announce that our test match will be a day-night test match. And I suppose I'd like to thank Cricket Australia and Cricket South Africa and, of course, the players for their cooperation in getting to this point. I think it's a fantastic outcome. The fact that we had 123,000 people attend the day-night test match last year was just an outstanding result. I think the fans voted with their feet. They showed what they want to see, and it's a great result for cricket, and I think it's a great result for Adelaide and South Australia.
There seemed to be almost an air of expectation. Certainly James Sutherland was very confident. How in jeopardy was it, do you think, during the whole process?
The way I see it at the moment, I think we're going to see more and more day-night test cricket, and that's just the way that cricket is heading at the moment, and I think the fans are telling us that, and we need to move in that direction. From my understanding, the conversations and the negotiations, there was always a high likelihood that it would be a day-night test match. And I know that Cricket South Africa obviously put the decision in the hands of their players. A number of those senior players were playing in the IPL. So it was just felt appropriate to make sure that tournament had finished so that they could sit down and discuss and I guess get the feedback from the players as to how they felt. And I'd really commend them too for the outcome from those discussions.
How important was it for SACA, given that we broke ground here, being the first day-night test, how important is it to continue that momentum and the attachment to day-night test cricket?
I think it's really important. We want to listen to our fans, and there is absolutely no doubt that the fans were telling us that they love day-night test cricket. The results that we had last year, as I said, 123,000 people, to watch that test match with 40,000 people in the Oval each and every day, the atmosphere was absolutely electric. I think it was one of the best advertisements for Test cricket you could ever have. So I think we need to listen to the fans as to what they want, and there's no doubt that they're telling us that day-night Test cricket is something that they enjoy.
How did the respective boards and bodies overcome any player hesitation?
Obviously the players' feedback, and there was a lot of consultation with the players. Difficult for me to say in that I wasn't involved in those conversations directly. That was really handled by James Sutherland, who I must say did an outstanding job, but also with Haroon Lorgat from Cricket South Africa and the various players. It really needed to be, I guess, an atmosphere of negotiation and cooperation, and I'm sure the right result was achieved.
Traditionally, tests start on a Friday, finish up on a Tuesday. Is there particular motivation for starting on a Thursday and wrapping up one day earlier?
I think there's arguments for starting on a Friday versus starting on a Thursday. I guess Thursday for me is a good day as well. You can have 2 days where you have not only the public coming along, but there's a strong corporate support. So that is good. We get 2 days, and then we have the weekend for families to come along and the general public as well. So for me, a Thursday start, I think, is an ideal situation.
Thinking about the long-term day-night test, is this going to be a year-by-year thing, or is there some plans in place to lock it away for a longer period of time, secure it for a long-term kind of future?
Well, at the moment we only have surety of this test match, that it's day-night test match. We, of course, are very open to hosting more day-night test matches into the future. I think at the moment it's going to be a year-by-year proposition as Cricket Australia work with the different boards that are touring Australia. But having said that too, we need to continue to listen to the fans and what the general public want. But as I said, we're very open, we're excited about it, it's a great concept.
Is there a bit of competition with Brisbane? They've locked one in as well. Is there going to be competition to see who has that marquee one, or is it, like I said before, the future of cricket and we'll just see a lot of them in different states, different times?
Oh, look, I think we're all part of the cricket family, but without doubt, Adelaide is the place to have day-night test cricket. If there's going to be one day-night test, absolutely it should be here in South Australia. No doubt in my mind whatsoever. I think the success of what we saw last year has certainly opened the eyes of the other states, and I think the other countries around the world, because there is certainly a push to have more day-night test cricket, and there will be more states, countries, ovals, grounds that will be looking to host similar fixtures.
We know that you've got some ties to high-powered bodies, certainly in English cricket over the years and in your heritage. What are the prospects of the day-night Ashes test here in Adelaide? Does that conversation begin?
I'd love to think that there are discussions and positive discussions that could occur. I've noted the recent media in terms of the captains from both countries and what they've been saying about the prospect of a day-night test match. I think we should keep an open mind. I think one day there is no doubt we will see day-night Ashes tests. There's no doubt that in the future that's where we'll be heading. And I believe that the ball now is ready. The matches that we've played under lights, we've seen a really good contest between bat and ball, and we saw that last year in the test match. I think one of the marks too of a good test cricketer is the ability to be able to apply your mastery to different types of conditions. So we play test cricket in different countries, on different pitches, different weather conditions, on different grounds. People talk about anecdotally the impact of perhaps the twilight period with the pink ball in test cricket. What I think that does is it actually adds another dimension. It makes it more entertaining, and it's an ability for the bowlers and the batsmen to show their skills because they are the best in the world. So from my perspective, I think I can't see any reason why we wouldn't move down the path of day-night Ashes test cricket.
We spoke about, the question came up about starting on Thursday. Had the last year's timeframe been applied to this year, obviously that only gets us through to Saturday evening, 3-day test. What can we expect out of the deck this time around? What sort of lessons, I guess, have been learned we can apply going forward?
We, in terms of pitch preparation at Adelaide Oval, what we want to see is a good contest between bat and ball. When we moved to the drop-in pitches, we were very keen to replicate what is a traditional Adelaide Test match. And what we have managed to do over the last couple of years, I think, is to produce a pitch which provides a good contest. Something in it for the bowlers, something in it for the batters, and a pitch that will start to deteriorate and turn towards the end of a test match. There is no doubt that we have left more grass on the pitch over the last season or two, and in fact, in every domestic contest that we had here last year, we managed a result, which I think is good for cricket. So the move from Damien Hoff and his team to have more grass on the pitch, which does provide more assistance to the bowlers, especially early in the match, I think is a good one. It's not one specifically for a pink ball test, it's not one for a test match, it's something that we are just evolving here at Adelaide Oval because we do want to see an exciting brand of cricket being played.
Given, we touched on Brisbane and the other potential day-night test venues, given the groundwork that you and your team put in to get the first one ever off the ground, should it be taken away in the future to go to an MCG or an SCG? What taste does that leave with the Sackers mouth?
I think at the moment I'm not aware of any moves to take our test match away to other grounds. As I said, my view would be if there is a day-night test match, of course we would like to be the preferred venue for that, and I think we do offer the best facilities. Our fans here too have shown, the South Australian people, just the way they get behind cricket here is fantastic. But also too, last year I think 50% of our general admission sales were from people outside South Australia, from other states, people that had travelled here to watch the test match, people that had come from overseas to see the event. And I'm sure we'll see similar numbers again this year when we go on sale.
Players broke ground with the white ball. As a player back in your day, if someone suggested you've got to play with a pink ball, you'd have no trouble?
Well, I guess when I was playing McDonald's Cup, Theo, we were playing with an orange ball, and that used to swing around corners, to be honest. But again, it was actually good fun. We really enjoyed it, and we enjoyed the opportunity to do that. Right, thanks guys. Thanks.